Hello there, everybody. It's Robin. I am on YouTube. I'm so excited. You all know that I have a new system and I've been learning it. Look, every week I'm learning something different about it. And so this week I decided to try it out, streaming straight to YouTube. And I did it. Yes, I am so excited. So today we are going to talk about fighting words, how to respond to an online attack or viral lie about your church or its leaders. Now, before I jump into it, again, let me thank you guys for meeting me here on YouTube. And I want you to subscribe, hit the little bell so that when I go live, you'll get the notification that your favorite online coach is live. So for those that are watching, this might be your first time or you haven't hung out with me in a while, let me just bring you up to speed as to who I am and what I have going on. So I'm Robin Ware and I'm a church consultant. I'm so extremely blessed that I get to operate in my passion, and I am a church consultant. I work with churches, I work with pastors and faith-based leaders and entrepreneurs all across the country, assisting them with church growth, hospitality, event planning, and then, of course, leadership training, which is what I'm doing today, as a matter of fact. And my agency is the Ware Agency, and I have been owning my own business full time for 16 plus years. So I am just so extremely blessed. I know how it feels. That's why I tell those that I coach that you just want to continue to pursue your passion, because when you pursue your passion, the profits will chase you. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm trying to figure out my purpose. Figure out your purpose, right? It's connected to your passion, I promise you. And then the profits will come. And, of course, can't go into how all that works right now on this video, but I got some other videos over here. That's why I wanted to stream to YouTube, because I wanted to give you more content centrally located in the place where you go to find video content. So, of course, you can follow me on social media at Robin M. Ware. And then, of course, let's see, at Robin M. Ware on Instagram, at Robin M. Ware here on YouTube. And then my Facebook page, The Ware Agency is my business, but I do have a personal page, Robin M. Ware, over on Facebook. So keep it all consistent to make it super duper easy for you guys. So I am going to, again, ask you to subscribe, hit the bell right there on my YouTube page. I want to increase, let's get to 1,000 followers this week. Today is Thursday. I believe we can do it between today and Sunday. Let's get me to 1,000 followers so that we can build this page. Now, one of the things that I do as a church consultant is I go around the country and I teach and I do leadership workshops. And of course, you all know that have been hanging out with me. I got a brand new book, and my book is Wow Your Guests, Winning Hospitality Strategies to Change the Culture of Your Church. Church has changed. And it's really important that your ministry understands the importance of shifting with the times. I was so excited. I was talking to a really good friend, and they were sharing that the church that they're a member of is no longer, listen to this, you guys, they are no longer going to host midweek services. I thought that was awesome. Now, not awesome that they're not going to host midweek services, but they're not going to host them. In exchange, they're going to do small groups. They've already been doing small groups, which is a really great thing to do. You start small groups while you got midweek going on, and now they're going to stop midweek, but their members are already comfortable with small groups. People are, our lives they've changed. People are busy. Their kids have activities, and just coming to church on site midweek can be a challenge. So I know a lot of ministries out there are going, no, Robin, but listen, we got to be current. You got to be relevant, and change is hard. I get it, but I want you to be prayerful about, keeping the doors of your church open so that we can follow the Great Commission and make disciples. And it's really hard to do that if you don't have disciples already in place. So the goal is to develop them, and you can develop people in small groups. I don't believe it's necessary that you have to have a full, worship experience midweek in order to do that. So I applaud that church. Yay. I think it's so super awesome. So the culture has changed, with the onslaught of social media and apps. I just bought a brand new television for my mom and dad, and I was showing them all the apps that come with that TV. They were blown away. My parents have been married 60 years. They're 81 and 83. So, of course, they're up in years. And all they know is that you pay for cable and you get those channels. Of course, their minds go all the way back to when TV went off at like 11 o'clock at night, right? They used to play the Star Spangled Banner, and that's how you knew TV was going off. Well, then times changed, and now we have what high definition television, and you can stream your cable on your computer, on your smart devices, and now, as I said, they have apps for your television so that you can opt out of purchasing cable. I love it. Listen, if I didn't have my parents with me, I would not have cable. I'm telling you, I would not have cable. I would buy apps. And of course, a lot of the great networks that we love, they have apps. And so instead of purchasing, a $200 or $300 monthly cable package, for 800 channels, and you probably only watch a good 15 of them, you can purchase an app of your favorite network. So I would probably only have five, and my bill would probably be less than $60. Now, you still have to pay for Wi-Fi, but I'd only be paying for the channels I want to watch. So anyway, times have changed, and unfortunately, the church typically is known for being slow to adapt to change. Well, I'm here to help you with that, which is why I switched over even to YouTube. Social media networks, they were created with a purpose. Twitter is the platform that you use if you want to communicate quick, like sound bites of information. Facebook was created to connect you with people that you already know. Instagram was created for you to show a visual representation of who you are. Even back to Twitter again, Twitter allows you to meet people that you probably would have never had the opportunity to meet before. And I mean literally meet. You can mention them, you can go in their inbox. I don't know why my mind is going to the left, but you know what I'm trying to say. You can tweet them. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You can tweet them. And so social media has been, a game changer. And it's really important that ministries understand how to do that. As a matter of fact, I thought, let me see if I have a copy here. I actually wrote a book on Facebook. Let me grab it. I got it right here. I can see it. I wrote a book teaching ministries how to use Facebook. Literally, Facebook shouldn't be a place where you just go to put your church announcements. Let's just be honest about it. People don't listen to church announcements in church. So if you put all your church announcements on your Facebook page, if that's all the content that's on there, then the odds are that your Facebook page isn't relevant and people aren't going to follow it. So I put together what I call the ultimate Facebook manual for churches. And in this, I teach ministries how to use it to engage with not only their congregation, but also how to use the different pieces, the components that Facebook offers. My go-to favorites right now are Facebook events, and then of course Facebook groups. Really, Facebook groups is first, and then Facebook events, and then Facebook ads. And as I work with churches, I help them use those three things to really make Facebook work for them. That's why you can do small groups, because you can coordinate it through Facebook groups. So I don't want to go off on that tangent. See, I love it, right? It's my passion, and I could just talk you all the way through it. But if you want to grow a church, you do not have to worry about, don't stay focused on, oh, we need this big, beautiful campus. Not even that you need a big, beautiful sanctuary. You need a clean sanctuary. Your services need to be excellent, but people don't come back because of that. People come back because of the relationships. And that's what Facebook is. Facebook is a major tool that allows for relationships. All right. Facebook was created, as I said, to connect people through relationships. So I want to talk about the software even that I'm using. You all know I told you that it's Switcher Studio and it does so much. And I had been wanting to do a picture in picture option. And that's what this is that I'm doing with you all right now. So you can see my computer screen, yay, as well as my it's actually using the FaceTime option from my computer. And so that's the image of me that you're seeing. Now, if I had my other camera set up, you could actually see me in my studio. I have to do that next time. But anyway, I was just trying to make sure that I got this down right before I was, doing team too much. All right. So, oh, I can do it. Actually, you guys, hold on. Let me see if I can get this going. And it looks like I can. All right, so here we go. Yep, so now you see me here in my office, and I'm going to show you guys. See, there's my computer that I'm using, and you see the green light on my computer. That's the FaceTime button that is showing my actual image in the picture in picture. I love it. 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 So let me go back to my screen. All right, and then there, now I'm back. So thank you guys for being patient with me and going along this journey with me. So let's talk about it. Fighting words, how to respond to an online attack or viral lie about your church or its leaders. All right. Oh, you know what, you guys? I forgot to do one thing. Let me just put this out there. For those of you that want to get on my email list, and I hope that's all of you, yes, you can text my last name, which is WARE, to the number 22828. Again, 22828. You see that there on the bottom of the screen. And let's see, I hope I'm not messing up. Let's take that out. Okay, so text my last name, WARE, to the number 22828, and that is how you can receive notifications from me. You'll get my emails, you'll get specials, you'll get product specials, you'll get training notifications, all of that. So I don't want you to miss out, so make sure you do that. All right, again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm building my YouTube content, building my page with great content so that you guys, when you're looking for great content, you will find it all in one place. So today we're going to talk about fighting words, how to respond to an online attack or viral lie about your church or its leaders. So give me some love, like the video if you're excited about what I'm about to share. It goes without saying that, social media is a great thing, but it also, well, not even social media, the internet. The internet is a great thing, but there are pros and cons to it. And unfortunately, it has licensed some keyboard bandits. Yep. It has licensed some keyboard bandits, meaning people that say things that are mean, people that say things that often aren't true, or people that, with purpose and intent, they are maliciously bending the truth. All right. So they they don't pause. It's so crazy to me that they will go on social media and they will they'll use the internet to set up social media accounts, and then they will attack people. And so we in the church, the body of Christ, are known, oh my gosh, for being the target of many, many, many people, right? And so when that happens, we're still held accountable for how we respond, right? Just because people attack us and they do it maliciously, they do it with, ill will, it doesn't mean that's how we have to respond. And so I want to still make God happy. I want to make God smile. And so everything that I do, I'm not perfect, but I do try to be intentional with my thought process as to how he would be pleased with my response. So that's what we're going to talk about on today. So go ahead, put your notes in the comment section. And as a matter of fact, I am going to meet you over here on YouTube so that I can see what the comments are and respond. All right. All right, let me see who. Oops, sorry guys. Let me turn down my sound there. There we go. All right, good. So add your comments, any questions that you may have. So here we go. It is important that you check your emotions at the door. All right? Check your emotions at the door. I know a lot of us, we love our churches, we love our leaders, and when they're attacked, we want to just, fight. We know that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So we have to make sure that we're not responding from an emotional standpoint. When typically things are going really well, the enemy's not happy about that. And so the enemy is going to come after you. The enemy is going to attack. The enemy is going to use people that you just couldn't believe would be a part of that. But regardless of what his tactics are, you have to make sure that you check your emotions at the door. You want to make sure that cooler heads prevail. Everybody type that in the comment box. Cooler heads prevail. That way you can think with clarity, and then you can make sure that you can hear. You're able to balance out your thoughts, and you don't want to do or say anything that you would regret. So check your emotions at the door. Number two is to seek wise counsel from a team. Pull together people that understand media. Pull together a team that understands, counseling or the psychology, the way that people think. Pull together someone that represents legal, someone that understands how the law works. Maybe they are a law officer, an officer of the law, or they're an attorney, that they're part of your ministry. Put those type of people on your team that can give you wise counsel. They're going to advise you, they're going to think with the end in mind. They're not going to advise you to respond now and not think about repercussions. What could happen down the road if you do A. No, you want to think about A, B, C, and even D if necessary, right? Four different scenarios that you could possibly pursue in order to manage what's going on. Now, I'm talking about those of us that are, part of churches or ministries where our leaders are being attacked. If if you're not invited, if you're not on the inside or whatever, you can share this part of the teaching with your leadership so that they will be advised as to how to move forward. But um, it's important that you understand how this works. The third thing is to create a response strategy. It's really important. How are we going to respond? Are we going to do an email blast? Are we going to send out a tweet? Are we going to post it, on Facebook? Are we going to issue a a downright, what am I trying to say, a press release? We're going to write out an official press release. Or we're going to take it to the top and we're going to host a press conference. So decide what the response strategy should be. And then select an authorized voice. I cannot say this enough. It's important that you have someone that can represent the ministry, that has a great command of the King's English. They understand press and the media. They do not melt under pressure. Anytime you put someone out there on the front line, they are the first ones to get hit. And so you want to make sure that that person can take it. Now, again, if somebody's attacking your church or your leaders, it is not for you to respond. It is for you to maybe repost or retweet what the authorized voice is saying. But it's not for you to decide on your own that I am going to, create the narrative and put it out there on behalf of the ministry. That's not how this works. So your support comes in posting and sending out whatever the authorized voice has done. That's my number one answer for you, besides praying, of course, is to just support what the authorized voice is putting out. As I said, the team should come together and be wise counsel. So I want you to know, as a member of that ministry, that in doing that, they have thought through the scenarios. And so they don't need for you to go rogue and kind of do your own thing, particularly if you are someone that carries influence in the church. you're an officer, you're a ministry leader, you are someone that's very visible. Because what's going to happen, the audience that you influence, they're going to think that you're the authorized voice. All right. So you want to make sure that you are in order. Our God is not a God of chaos, He's a God of order. And so we are learning to do well, like the Bible says, learn to do well. And so that's what, even in this little training, you can do this as a part of a developmental session with your leaders, helping them to understand how this works. Because the time to do this is before something happens, because the odds are greater that something might happen than not. Because again, everybody can be a keyboard bandit. So the magnitude of the attack may differ, right? You might not be front page news, but you might have someone that um, is making a comment that is hurtful, that's a part of your children's ministry, that could infect the people that are part of that children's ministry. And so you need to follow these same steps, or the ministry would follow these same steps to handle that situation. So it may be self contained, it may just be a little smoldering, it's not a big fire, but it's still something that you deem necessary to address. And so these steps will still work for that. And then, um, there we go. Educate your supporters. That's what I was just kind of talking about. It's important that you explain to the people on your ministry team, if you're a ministry leader and the church has been attacked and you know that the church is working on a strategy, those that are under your leadership, you tell them, listen, the church has a team. They're putting together a strategy. They've got an authorized voice. They're gonna issue a press release. We want you to repost it. We want you to help, get the word out. But that's all we want you to do. We do not want you to make a comment. We don't want you to say anything if the news media shows up. If the situation is of that level that the media might show up, make sure that the ministry team knows that they're not to make a comment. The only thing they're to say is no comment, in fact, if they have to say anything. So, educate your supporters. It's so important. Now, let's say that it's something, we know that we recently lost a general in the body of Christ. In the body of Christ, it's really important that everything that's happening as it relates to the funeral, the repast, the private, whatever things that they're going to have, that is communicated to those that need to know. Educate your supporters. So, I know I'm talking about, if your leaders are attacked. I know that wouldn't be an attack if somebody dies, but that is a situation where people would need to know information. So the rules are the same there, okay? All right. And then lastly is let it go. All right. Once the ministry has made a decision as to how they want to handle the situation, they've issued their statement, they've put it out on social media, they've done a press release, or they've, hosted a full blown um, um, conference. What am I trying to say? A news conference. Let it go. The longer you keep talking about it, then it keeps growing. So let it go. We know the song "Let It Go and Let God." Yeah, that's what you need to do in this situation. Stop talking about it. Stop posting about it. Stop breathing life into it. Anything that you add oxygen to, it allows it to live. So we don't want you to do that. It's done. It's over with. We've made our peace. We've made our statement. We've forgiven, or we've been forgiven, whatever the scenario is, and now we can let it go. All right? Good stuff. Now, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me just do this here. Um, mm, 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 mm. Oh, I do have, of course, um, uh, training, crisis management training that you can get. You can go to my website. Let me show you that, thewareagency.com. You can go to my website, and that's where you can see what I have going on. You can go there and you can actually purchase that crisis management training. That's a little snippet of it that I kind of gave you on today. And so I want you to be prepared, right? knowing what to do if the unthinkable happens. And so you can get all those things at my on my website. All right, you guys. So thank you for hanging out with me on today. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. I know we've all had a lot going on. That's why I haven't been on as much as I would have liked to have been. But I wanted to make sure that I got on with you today. And again, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video. We're going to help grow and increase it to 1,000 followers by the end of this weekend. All right. Thank you guys so much. Again, make sure that you have signed up for my email list. It's really simple to do. All you have to do is text my last name, WARE, to the number 22828 and follow the prompts. All right. God bless you. Bye bye.